Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on the Brunswick motor finally, and I rebuilt the nipple, the inside part of the center shaft of the spring barrel where it hooked up. In the last one I talked about, I said it was too short and it wouldn't go through and hook up. So what I had to do was, the first thing you want to do is have veneer calipers because you need to measure the thickness of the spring. So you just come in here, put them in. Yeah, and it's about a 28 thousandth spring. So then you have that down. You say, okay, I need that. So we have to remember that 28 thousandths here. You're going to need a lathe. And after you've taken the old nipple out or the broken one and you've drilled it out, after you drilled it out, drills are not precision. They make a hole, but they're not precision. So now what you do, you go, oh, I measured this, so that's the thickness I need. Well, I need 2 thousandths bigger than the shaft that goes in. We're going to have a press fit. So say this is the nipple. It's going to press into the mandrel, and you're going to have to beat it in or use a vise, and it's going to come in and lock down. So that has to be over.
The nipple has to be.
The part that goes into the shaft has to be a 2 thousandths press.
That means it has to be
2 thousandths oversized.
Bigger than the hole.
Yeah, so what I use is a pin set like this, and I measure the drill. Say the drill was 1,400, 1,400. I want to go to 14.2, 2 thousandths over. So I take the drilled hole, and I find a pin, and I keep adjusting, and I use these all the time, and go, yeah, this is the 2 thousandths over. And this also tells me how big each one is. After you've done that, we have to have a lathe. And after we get the lathe, we're going to go. So this part here, we have this part, and then this is the head. We'll cut this off and you make the head. This is the shaft that goes into the mandrel shaft. This is the one that goes in. This has to be 2 thousandths oversized. This one here is where the spring hooks up on a pear shape. So what you're going to do, you have to know in the machining 2 thousandths oversized to go through the hole, and this size right here where it hooks up on the pear shape. Usually you can just take the old one and you come in here and look down on it and it says, okay, it touched. So that's 0.218. Don't worry about the 5. That doesn't matter on this. I'll say, okay, it's 2. What I do is I'll make it a few thousandths smaller, which I did. Now, smaller. I make this one, that one was 2.8. I put this one down about 2.2, 0.2000. Now, after you do all that, this piece here will hook up on the pear shape. So when you're done, like this one, you can see we have this piece here. That's the piece that was 2, and the outside one was 0.301. So I did all that work, and then this all presses in. It takes a long time. Sometimes you put them in like this, and I got that in, and it wouldn't fit because I had a brain fart. What happens is this has to go in this way, so the nipple here has to clear this hole on this one. So my new one, that one here at the end, I put my thumb on, fits in also. The first one I built, I had this standing up a little higher. I thought that would work, and it was hitting up here and it wouldn't come in. So I had to come back and machine a new one. And that's how you build a nipple. And you'll need a lathe to do this, or you find a friend that has a lathe that can help you do the machine work, or you send it to somebody. Don't send it to a machine shop because these guys are going to charge you $150 an hour to do one. But this is what it takes to rebuild them. And sometimes I've done 2 or 3 or 4 of those till I got it to where I wanted it perfectly. And in 40 years, I've never had one come apart. But that's what it takes, especially the 2000s press. I hope you enjoy these videos, and later I'll show you how to assemble the motor, and that's my tip for the day.